All right, heads, what's up? Today, we are going to talk about the legendary Dania, Florida venue known as Pirates World. I had heard some songs from this gig on little tapes over the years, and I've only been able to find one of the 2 days that they played there. But they played on 3/22 and 3/23, 1970. Now, Pirates World in Florida was this crazy pirate-themed amusement park, which I think is incredible. And the Dead weren't the only band that played there. It wasn't a fluke where they got this gig and they were jamming out and they just was one of their stops and they were doing Florida. That might be a little too loud, hang on. But what it was a heavily played venue by everybody in the music industry of the time. It started in the 60s and it ended in the early 70s. It was before Disneyland or Disney World got to Florida. So it was a popular amusement park outside of having a crazy music venue associated with it. And it was on this huge 100-acre property, or maybe it was more, maybe it was 1,000-acre property with lakes and rides and everything pirate themed. And I read some of the comments about it and about the venue from people who worked there, like, oh, I worked in the hamburger stand, or I sold merchandise, or I worked in one of the rides, I ran one of the rides, but I got to see so many free concerts. And the bands that played there outside of the Grateful Dead were the best of the time and the top bands. And if you lived in that part of Florida, Dania, it's called, at the time, I would love to hear from you, because the amount of bands that played were insane, and if you lived right there, you got to see so much stuff. And if you worked there, like the people in some of the comments when I was looking some of this stuff up said they got to see all these shows for free. And the shows were like, $2, $3, $4. So anyway, other one, they played, I could only find one day of the 2 days, and this is the 23rd, and this crazy other one. Now, let's talk about the bands outside of the Dead that played there. Led Zeppelin, Alice Cooper, Rod Stewart with the Faces, and that Jeff Beck might have been in the Faces at the time, and maybe Ronnie Wood was in the Faces at that time too. Grand Funk Railroad, Jeff Beck, bringing back to Jeff Beck with his own group, Jeff Beck Group. Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller's amazing. Rare Earth, incredible band at the time. Deep Purple. Edgar Winter Group. Johnny Winter, his brother, fucking incredible. Savoy Brown. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. Frank Zappa. The Doors. Like, the list can't keep. I mean, for the late 60s, early 70s, powerhouse bands that were really doing it. Now, I couldn't find anything where Hendrix played there. He might, and I didn't get to research it that deep. I just ran over some of the schedules and some of the stuff people had said, and some people have the concert series printed out for the month in the summertime, like June or July, from like 69, 70, 71. So I looked through some of those and grabbed some of the bands that stuck out the most. But, like, wouldn't it be rad to go and see a show at a place that was completely pirate-themed? Think about all the jokes people were making. And you started getting high and had to, like, wander around the swashbucklers while you're trying to find the bathroom. It would have been rad. So, if you saw a show at Pirates World, let me know. The high time they played at this show was amazing. They opened with Morning Dew. Like I said, I can only find one of the 2 nights, but this is on re-listen. Incredible show. I think Charlie Miller remastered it, and thank you, Charlie. As always, you are the king. Yeah, if you went to any shows at Pirates World, let me know, because I want to know about it. It sounds like a fascinating, fun, old-school place to have seen shows. So, did they have alligators? Besides Big Ben? All right, let's listen to the rest of this. Thanks for hanging around today. Yep.